There have been several challenges that we as a team have faced in the space of cybersecurity. There have been classical anti-malware being switched to a centralized, robust kind of antivirus. That was one of the earlier challenges in my career. Then there was this cultural shift required in one of the organizations that I work with, which required that so that people start focusing on a risk-based strategy for information security from compliance-based strategy. So moving from a compliance mindset to a risk-based mindset, that was one of the challenges that I faced. And of course, the imminent deployment of a web application firewall in the wake of DDoS attacks in the region. But one of the most significant and transformational challenge that I faced was to establish a 24/7 SOC. When cyber attacks were on the rise in the region, and particularly on our industry. So this wasn't just a technical upgrade, but rather operational transformation. And what made the stakes high were the sort of urgency that we were witnessing a rising attack surface, and we had a self-imposed deadline as well. We had shared our strategic initiative with the management that we would be going live with 24/7 SOC. And of course, the shortage of skill sets in our team. So the tech stack was, elementary tech stack was ready. What was needed to transform it into a 24/7 effective functional SOC. Okay, so there was no mature playbook or incident response framework to operationalize SOC back then. And so we decomposed this problem into smaller problems, like first building the team. So I had a nucleus of a team, and around that team we built our SOC. And with the help of HR, we recruited people. The second was to train them for sustainability. So we sort of not only acquired vendor-led training for the staff, but also conducted some internal trainings to make them meet the requirement of running the essential SOC. And of course, with the help of HR, we were able to have a team which could work 24/7 and to have a team which could work in rotation for 24 hours. So technically, automation is critical. We should have invested in SOAR earlier to avoid analyst fatigue and to increase the efficiency of the SOC. And personally, we could have tailored a better curriculum for the fresh graduates, as we inducted people with no prior experience of SOC. So although we were able to hit the ground running for most of them, but an improved curriculum would have made it a lot easier for us. So the transformation was successful. The SOC team began to detect and respond to the incidents more quickly around the clock. It helped them gain confidence. More importantly, it led to a cultural shift where SOC, or the information security team, which was earlier seen as a reactive function, became a proactive one, and the leadership also saw value when we actually were able to detect and proactively respond to certain incidents. So with the advantage of hindsight, I can say that I would have developed more defined roles for forensics, threat detection, platform administration, in addition to incident response, which was a later development in our case. I would have from the outset, designed a more tiered approach towards incident response with some automation. And as I shared earlier, I would have designed a more tailored approach for training the employees and also inject a bit of attack simulation to learn their capability or to improve their capacity to respond to attacks. Talent retention in cybersecurity is an ongoing concern, despite investing or growing a robust culture, strong culture, valuing our employees, make them feel valued, and but it is very competitive, the field, with global demand and people allowed to work from home. These are still trying to address this concern of talent. We are still navigating a few strategies like having a tech badge, valuing our current employees by helping them getting trained on newer technology stack. It is the problem we are still trying to address.